Morning. We're gonna make us an asparagus casserole. Y'all, this is a delicacy, let me tell you. And the reason being that asparagus, this can right here, I don't even want to say what name brand it was over $3 for one can of asparagus. But I wanted some bad, and so what I did is I bought 2 cans of English peas, because little green peas, English peas, I call them English peas. They're called sweet peas or whatever, because these were cheap. They were $1.60 a can, which is kind of high, but it's pretty cheap. So what I'm saying is that this 1 can of asparagus will make this go a long way. And so this is why it's a delicacy. And I'm going to use 1 little can of some mushrooms, okay? And 1 can of your cream of mushroom soup. Let me get the label off of that, so that y'all won't be upset. But anyway, all right, so what we do, I'm going to put in a can of English peas, and I've already drained them. See, there's no juice in it at all. Then I'm going to drain my asparagus juice in here, because we want it to taste real asparagus-y. Is that a word? So I'm just going to do this and put my juice in there. Okay. Then I am going to lay these delicate asparagus down. Want to make sure I get everything out of that little can. Can y'all believe that was over $3 for that? But fresh are expensive too. I'm going to lay these just here and there all over these peas so that everybody gets a taste. Just kind of lay them around in there. Then I am going to, let me get me another bowl. I'm going to get me I've got 1 can of cream of mushroom soup. A lot of y'all have made this before. A lot of you hadn't. But anyways, a can of cream of mushroom soup, and you're going to put it in there. And make sure you get every little drop out of that can too. This is a quick thing, but my children love it. We usually have this at like Thanksgiving or something like that, because we love it so much. Everybody loves it. All right, there we go. Now, the reason I saved this asparagus juice is I'm going to mix a little bit in here, but because it'll make it creamy, but I don't know how much I'm going to mix. I'm just going to mix a little and give it a good stir. Get it kind of creamy-like. And it'll make this soup taste good too. I don't know what I'll do with the rest of this juice, because I know I'm not going to need it all. May just drink it. Heat it up and drink it. Let me see how that looks. You want it creamy, but you want it not real hard, because I'm going to put cheese in it. I think I'll put just a little bit more. Okay, I believe that'll be good. Let's see. Yes, that looks good. Look. See, it's not so thick anymore like that. Okay, so take your casserole that you've got right here. We've got 1 can of English peas, and we've got 1 can of asparagus on it. Then we're going to sprinkle on just a few mushrooms here and there. If your family doesn't like mushrooms, then don't put them on there. Okay. Now I'm going to put a little bit of grated cheese on here. If I can get it open. I think I've opened it before. Let me get my scissors. I'm coming, y'all. I thought I had everything prepared, but I guess I didn't. This is shark cheese, I think. Yeah, it's shark. We'll put a little cheese on it. All right. Now I'm going to put half of my soup. Make sure you get it all over it. If you like a lot of soup on yours, then buy you an extra can. Okay. Now I'm going to put a few pats of butter here and there over my, just a little bit here and there. That's going to make it good. You people in the north, I know y'all can grow asparagus. You are blessed. You are blessed. We don't grow it down here too much because it's so dry and hot that it doesn't do well. Okay, that's a plenty. Now take your other can of your English peas that you got drained, sprinkle that on the top. See, when you get all this together, it makes a fairly nice little casserole dish. If you can't afford the asparagus, then make an English pea casserole the same way, with cheese and butter and all that good happy stuff. All right, now let's put our rest of our, wait a minute, let me put a little bit of cheese on it now. And then we're gonna put our mushroom soup. And then a little extra cheese. Okay? Okay, just put that on here and there. All you've got to do now is put this in a 350-degree oven. Until it's hot and bubbly, because everything in it, there's nothing that needs to cook. All this needs to do is get good and hot. Okay? Now, we've been talking about gluten this week, so if you cannot eat gluten, which I'm doing this gluten-free today, then you can take and put you break you up some little round buttery crackers or something real fine and sprinkle that on here and for a little crunchy topping. But since we're doing it gluten-free, I'm just going to add a little extra cheese, not much. Okay, there's our asparagus casserole. We're going to cook it at 350 degrees. Probably for maybe 20 minutes. It may take it to get hot there, maybe 30, but just as soon as it gets bubbling and hot, then it's ready. And you can eat fancy today too. We just can't eat a lot of it because it's dadgum expensive. I can't even believe I bought that can of asparagus, but I did. I did. You know, we'll cut back somewhere else. We'll eat some dried beans. Those are very inexpensive. So, anyway, y'all have a great day. Love ya. Bye-bye.